as we get set to start. It'll be Cassidy Carson and Walker Demers into the center circle. Ball is up and we are underway here at the Sanford Coyote Sports Center. Michaela Almer with it now. Hands off. Ferrara Horn goes to work on Larkins. Throws up a tough one off the window. And Ferrara Horn back on the attack. Here's Pemberton now. Pulls up. Three is short. Rebound for Larkins.
It's good defensive possession by USD there. Trying to get something out in transition, get an early bucket.
Duffy passed up the three. Takes the higher percentage look and converts. And while they have been struggling, Duffy has come alive over the last 4 games a bit. She got the first points here today. Gabby Wilkie now likes this matchup with a freshman Schiller. Tough turnaround jumper is good for Gabby Wilkie.
To get going a little bit early, but that's a high percentage shot for her. She can also step out and knock down threes, but I like seeing her finish at the basket.
Pull up three for Almer is good.
And that's just getting the ball off of the rim or a turnover and try to push out in transition just to get a couple easier buckets. But talk about easy. She's a Triple Crown winner right now in points, rebounds, and assists, leading the Summit League.
Tough turnaround. Her footwork, Freddie, I talk about it just about every time we're here. This line, 22 points on 8 of 10 shooting, 3 of 4 from deep.
Have you ever seen her dance? I bet she could dance.
Pull up three for Schiller is good. So a couple of threes on the board already for North Dakota.
We talked about South Dakota not being able to score it at a very high clip. Well, they're doing it at a high clip already, but big time shot by Jazzy Schiller there. She's just so impressive as a freshman.
Duffy off the dribble, takes it right at Pemberton, sends her to the floor and scores. It's 11-8 South Dakota. Duffy, matter of fact, the best shot blocker in the Summit League. She had 9 blocks at North Dakota State a week ago. Pull up three, Larkins 2 for 2 from deep.
Getting to the rim. Great job by Grace Larkins getting hot early. But you really got to pick your poison with her. She can, if you're getting up too much into her, she can get downhill and get to the paint.
Pemberton, nice sidestep there. Got around Larkins, threw it in off the window. Coyotes moving quickly on the offensive end. Early shot there for Carson. And now Pemberton. I think Duffy got a piece of that shot, or they say she didn't.
You know, this team relies so heavy on her to contribute on the offensive and defensive end, but you know, it's impressive for her to be able to stay out of foul trouble as well, to be able to produce for her team.
Well, Michaela Almer is feeling it here early for North Dakota. Larkins looking to attack the rim, gets there and scores, got around.
Ibrahim was on the other side of the screen, so Larkins got downhill with no big help and was able just to have an easy finish there.
How about that spin move inside by Pemberton? Scores for the second time today. Pemberton and Larkins going at it here.
But they just look like a really well-versed team that anybody can really beat you. They got 4 kids right now averaging double figures.
Larkins again, right past Matern with the left hand and finishes again. 12 points already.
She has been shooting threes, knocking those down as well, but man, she's playing confident.
Pemberton. Boy, those two going head to head. That's going to be a fun one to match. Gives way to Schiller. Guarded by Coral Mason, gets pinned up on the baseline, and Larkins took it away. A couple of steals already for Larkins as well. Drops it off. Here's Duffy. Inside out. Wilkie for 3.
Boom.
Almer with it now. Picks up her dribble. Mattern for 3. Each side with 3 triples on the board. The Fighting Hawks.
Let's just play basketball.
Not a lot of need for that right now, is there, Freddie?
They're getting a lot of shots early in the clock, which is great.
And Larkins, 3 for 3 from deep. Grace Larkins. And it's the Coyotes by 2 after 1.
You know, you got to basically pick your poison. If you play too far up into her, she can go by. If you play off of her, she can knock it down. And she's off to a hot start, and so is Pemberton.
And again, the answer from Pemberton. Larkins hasn't missed at all. She was 6 of 6 overall, 3 for 3 from deep. 15 points to lead all scores. Wilkie off just the feed from Larkins.
That's just great offense. That's all right. She's going to continue to keep giving her teammates opportunities to knock those down because those are high percentage shots that they shoot every single day in practice.
Ferrara Horn connects from outside.
And Horn being able to knock that thing down.
Larkins nearly lost the handle, able to get it back. Here's Carson now. And into the post for Larkins, working on Rakaya Beal. And boy, it hasn't really mattered.
just like this, but she can also get to the rim, and South Dakota up 9. When they're moving like this, they're moving the ball and it becomes unsticky. That's when they get good looks like they're getting so far.
You see how Larkins read that entry pass, just leaned over and took it away. Carson again, this time she makes good on it.
Being able to just force them into a tough shot at the end of the shot clock. Great block by Ibrahim there.
Ibrahim, as we talked about, one of the top shot blocker in the Summit League.
But it's not just about her getting a hand on the ball. It's also about her deferring as well. You know, when you're a driver like Grace Larkins is or Carly Duffney is, she can play inside, she can play outside, and also guard 1 through 5.
She definitely brings some length to the floor for them defensively. Pemberton connects for 3 to lead North Dakota. Larkins skips it all the way over to Hempy, takes it baseline. Nice pass there to Duffney and a left-handed finish. That's a great find from Alexi Hempy.
And it's a great take.
It's a foul here on the drive, but didn't get it. And Auburn will head back to the free throw line, but just a great pass here from Hempy.
Once again, it's just also understanding what.
And it's an 8-point game, 38-30. South Dakota with under 2.5 to play first half. Larkins, it's been a minute. Why not go back to work? 15th time in 23 games that Grace Larkins has surpassed the 20-point mark. She's got 21. Up and under. What a finish there from Schiller. Looking for a screen from Ibrahim. Gets it. Here's Schiller now. Got the switch off with Duffney. Hands off. Ibrahim leans in and scores it. The only lead of the day for the Fighting Hawks was back in the earliest part of this game.
Good slip.
And a nice finish inside as Walker Demers. How much more difficult did North Dakota make life for Grace Larkins? That'll probably be a huge part of the story down the stretch here. Well, Larkins sees that and raises an and one.
Well, Ferrara Horn was in a really good position there. We talked about her frame. She's 6'2".
Demers going to work inside, and a nice finish between the two defenders for Demers. So a couple of baskets for her to step.
Take the cake a little bit and run away, but they got to make shots on the perimeter, and there's another missed shot there by Olivia Kiefer.
It looked like a long pass. It bounced right to Larkins. Now a second chance 3. Rattled home for Cassidy Carson.
And those are some of those assists that we talked about in the first half that, you know, those teammates didn't knock down from Grace Larkins. Now she goes down and knocks that one down. It's a big shot for Carson.
Lead is 10. Schiller fouled on the floor. That'll go against Duffney.
That's just an easy catch and shoot shot. Uncontested, flat-footed.
2 Vermillion. She had started every game this season, playing up over 24 minutes a game as Almer hits the 3 there out of the timeout.
One thing I will give credit with the refs, though, if they've been consistent with that call all day.
Larkins slices to the rack and scores over the outstretched arm of Ibrahim.
It almost looks too easy.
Had settled for a couple of jumpers here in the third quarter, Freddie. This time she got back to what's been working all day.
Yeah. There's not a lot of areas of improvement for Grace Larkins this season, but from the free throw line and then consistency with her three-point shot, which today it's looked really good.
Pemberton, tough shot. Lead is 8 as Larkins goes back to work. High off the window and just nothing Ibrahim could do. She was in great position there. This 4-game Summit League losing streak. Grace Larkins matches their largest lead of the day. Larkins inside out, Wilkie now. Little floater is good for the freshman, and that will do it for the third quarter. So meanwhile, South Dakota has done a pretty good job all year, Freddie. Lowest turnover team in the conference, and just 7 today as Wilkie connects on her third 3.
She's inserted in the starting lineup. You're getting a freshman, a lot of confidence coming into this game by just starting, right? And now she's playing with that confidence, knocking down some big-time shots.
Schiller. Kyle's done a really good job on the talented freshman here. And right as I say that, she gets right around the defense and scores.
She just never gets tired. Like she's used to playing a high level, high paced game, but she's always going to give you her best effort.
Kyle's forced the turnover. Good hustle that time by Schiller to get it back.
On cue.
She had to gain a lot of ground there on Kiefer, who was off and running. Ferrara Horn almost traveled there on the turnaround. Schiller steps through, plus the foul.
What a finish there by Jazzy Schiller. Passes up a 3 there, but she decides to knife her way through and gives a little head.
Larkins. Mason gets caught up, and now they get it back out top for Larkins. Working on Ibrahim. Seen this matchup quite a few times in the second half, and Larkins has gained the advantage more often than not.
You know, when she caught the ball at the top of the key, I guarantee you she probably smiled to herself because everybody was spread out.
So 36 points now for Grace Larkins. 9 off her season and career high of 45. Pemberton. It's led by as many as 16 in the second half. Here's Duffney attacking off the bounce, plus the foul.
Great take there by Duffney. Good job for USD moving that basketball. They were playing at an advantage.
The lead is 7. A little bit more breathing room here for South Dakota as Ferrara Horn goes to work on Larkins and gets it through.
Good job by USD converting.
3 bodies go to Larkins, leaves it for Mason, got it back and put it back.
She just wanted another rebound on her stat sheet. That's it.
Schiller looking for that path to the rim again. Changes gears. Shot is swatted away by Mason. And a travel by Walker Demers, who was there to catch that deflection, Freddie, but slid in the process. Deflected out to Almer. And Fighting Hawks using a lot of time here. Carson gets a piece of that one from Pemberton. And she's fouled pursuing the loose ball. So Carson will get to the free throw line. That's a foul on Pemberton, her 3rd. And South Dakota's going to get out of here with a win. And the 4-game slide is history for South Dakota. Unfortunately, that means for the Fighting Hawks, it's now 4 straight defeats.